Shooters, welcome back to the Shooters Bay. This is D. In today's video, we're going to talk about surviving the situation or living in the situation. I'm going to call it the situation. We all know what I'm talking about. ScrewTube is at it again. They really, they're blocking videos, taking videos down, striking channels for talking about the situation. We know what I'm talking about, though. We're talking about CV. So let's talk a little bit about it, because right now, people in the prepper, I consider myself to be a mild prepper. I'm not an extreme prepper, but I'm definitely part of the prepper community. People in the prepper and the 2A community, which is Second Amendment, I'm definitely a part of that community. We have been telling a lot of people for years to stay prepared. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. We've been telling our friends, we've been telling our family members, hey, get prepared. If you don't have any form of protection, get something and keep it in a safe place. Even if you don't think you'll ever need it, it's always best, what, guys? To have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I always tell people, oh, I don't want those in my house. I don't want them in my house. They're unsafe. They're dangerous. That's fine. Get it. Keep it disassembled if you so choose. Put it in a safe place. Put the key in another safe place. Just have it. Think of it as a doomsday device. You won't need it until doomsday. Well, guess what? Doomsday is here. And you don't have it. And right now, it's going to be very hard to get it. Or at a reasonable price. Or legally. So we've been telling you all this time to make sure that you got yourself ready. On the 2A side, ready is just the firearm side of it. But the prepper side is making sure that you got extra water. Don't be one of those people who go to the supermarket 3 times a week. Go once every 2 weeks or once a month. You should be shopping that heavy, where you're getting enough stuff to get you through 2 weeks or a month. Why? I see people, I used to work in retail a lot, guys. So I worked in a supermarket, and I used to see the same people in there 2-3 times a week. I'm like, this is not the corner store. This is a supermarket. When you come in here, you should be getting enough stuff to get you through at least a solid week or two. Now, I can see coming in maybe for a loaf of bread. You may have young children. You might be burning through a gallon of milk in 2 days. Who knows? But I'm talking about doing shopping a couple times a week. A person like that would never be prepared for something like this. Those are the people who's going to Costco buying carts and carts full of stuff and cleaning out the supermarket shelves for sensible people who just want to go in and get enough stuff just to top off what they already have. We now can't go to the supermarket and get anything that we need, and we just need to top off. I'm not running to the store hoarding up toilet paper and stuff like that. I have a supply of toilet paper. I have a supply of stuff. I'm a prepper. I got canned goods stocked up. Ramen noodles. I got them stocked up. Beans, rice. I got that stuff stocked up. That stuff is cheap. That's why I got it stocked up. And that's the stuff you don't have to spend a lot of money on. You can have 10, 15 bags of beans just in the cut somewhere. It don't cost much. Rice. You can have 10, 15, 20 pounds of rice somewhere in the cut in your house. It don't take up a lot of space, and it's not expensive. Water. If you like bottled water, like most of us do, a lot of times you can catch it on sale and you can hoard that up. Just it's water, something you're going to use every day. So you can just keep rotating it. Just keep a big stock, but just rotate your stock. As you drink it, replace it. That's all. But don't let it run low, because situations like this can happen. Nobody saw this coming. That's why we prep, because we don't see these situations coming. Now that it's here, the unprepared is saying, woe is me. That's just on the food prep side. The medicine prep side, too. If you take prescription drugs, I take a prescription, just one. I take a prescription, and I got 3 extra bottles of it. Okay? That's not including the bottle that I use. I got 3 extra bottles that's in the cut. And when my script actually runs out, instead of going to the doctor's office, because other than that, I feel fine. I'm not going to risk going to the doctor's office right now, because there's going to be sick people there. If the doctor's office is even open, I think he might even be closed until after the situation, or seeing people who desperately need to see him. We'll see. But I'll call him and say, hey, look, can you fax another script over to the pharmacy? I'm fine. I just need that. And that way I can just make sure I keep my stock of that one prescription that I take. So if I can't get to, if it goes really, really bad and I'm not leaving the house, I'll at least have that prescription medication that I take daily. So It's just all about being prepared. And now the unprepared is seeing what it's like not to be prepared, as far as food, medicine, and just other essential needs to keep yourself clean, fed, and healthy. Now we're going to slide over to the 2A side of it. The 2A side of it is going to come into play now, because what happens is, with all of the amount of layoffs that's taking place, and I know they're talking about a stimulus package, but let's face it, $1,200 going out to Americans, really, what the hell is $1,200 going to do? A lot of us, not all of us, a lot of us, our monthly rent or mortgage obligation is more than that. That's not including anything else. So really, what the hell are you going to do with $1,200? Don't get me wrong. We welcome it. The people who qualify for it is going to welcome it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. But there's going to be a lot of people where that's not going to help them. That's just going to be a Band-Aid. And what happens when that runs out, and say this situation goes on? Let's say this situation goes on for a month. Okay, let's say it goes on for a month. You're going to have people who are going to become increasingly desperate. Home invasions are going to go up. Car break-ins are going to go up. Then you probably won't have to worry about car theft so much, but car break-ins are going to go through the roof. Home invasions are going to go through the roof. Robberies are going to go through the roof. Supermarkets and stores with essential goods are going to get robbed and raided. It's going to get bad if this situation continues and no relief is in sight. So this is where the 2A component comes in. You should have been listening to the people who was trying to tell you to get a piece, whether it be a shotgun or a handgun, and just put it up. If you don't want to carry it, fine. In my state, you don't need a license to have one. You need a license to carry one. You could have easily went down to the gun store, filled out your paperwork, and got it and took it home and put it up. And if you wanted to be extra safe, you could have taken the slide off the frame and put them in two separate places. Now, I'm just saying, this is for the person who feels though they don't need it, unless a doomsday situation has occurred. They don't even think about home invasions. That's how far away their mind is away from a gun, that they don't even think about the possibility of a home invasion. They just think that if somebody kicked their door, and that they're going to be allowed to say, wait a minute, let me go find my piece of gun, put it together, and then shoot you with it. That's the people we're talking about right now. But a lot of people are raiding the gun stores. Look at what happened in California. All those anti-gunners that live in the state of California, they started flooding the gun stores, and they were so uninformed and didn't know what the hell they was doing. They was walking in the gun stores in California, of all places, thinking they was going to walk out with the gun the same day. It's a 10-day wait in California. Sorry. 10-day wait. Even longer now because of this pandemic. A lot of gun stores don't even have the guns in the store. They got to order them from their warehouses. And then the guns got to come to the store, not to your house, to the store. So you got to wait for it to come from the warehouse. And let's just say it get from the warehouse to the gun store in 5 days. The gun store is still going to hold it for another 5 days until that 10 days come up for them to call you to come down and pick it up. And you people in California, you voted for all of that crap that goes on over there. You people voted for it. So I don't feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for the people in California who didn't vote for it and who are going through hell right now trying to get something. But the people who didn't vote for it, more than likely, they got something already. So we can always tell who was the ones who was anti-gun and voted for draconian gun laws and voted for the government to take people's rights. We can see you. You're the ones that's lined up in the gun store, thirsty to get a gun, thirsty to get a box of ammo. It's you. The ones who begged just a month ago, was begging the government to take our rights. Begging the government to come and go door to door taking people AR-15s. Look at you now. Look at you. Look at how hypocritical you are now. You know now the government can't come save you. It's a pandemic. A lot of cops, a lot of police departments, I know here in Philadelphia, the police department is doing a big time catch and release. They're going to detain you, take your information, and let you go. Unless you did something serious like maybe a rape or a murder. Robbery is on the list of things they're doing catch and release for. They're letting non-violent offenders out of prisons all around the country. Now, non-violent, that could be a lot of different things. Now, do I agree with letting prisoners go? I do. I absolutely do. I believe there's a lot of people in prison With the justice system that we have in this country, I believe there's a lot of people in prison. I'm not saying all of them. I'm not even going to say most, but I believe there's a lot of people in prison right now who don't even really need to be there. I mean, small petty drug offenses and stuff like that. I think if they let those people go, fine. I don't have an issue with that. But don't let any violent criminals out, because all they're going to do is take advantage of this situation. And we don't need any more problems than what we already have. But back to the 2A side, because this is a 2A channel. You hypocrites. Look at what you're doing now. You're running to gun stores, buying up all the guns, buying up all the ammo, buying up toilet paper. We know who you are. We can look at the news and tell who the Unprepared is. We can tell who you are. Your hypocritical gene is showing through your skin right now. We see you. Don't think the people over in the 2A community don't see you. We see you. Running to the stores, buying up everything you can put your hands on, thinking you're going to walk into a store and walk out with a gun the same day in California. No. Tisk. You deserve everything that's coming to you. You deserve to wait 10 days, 15, 20 days for that gun because you voted for it. Now, here in Pennsylvania, we can go to the gun store, fill out paperwork, get our background check, and walk right out with our gun. You pay your transfer fee, walk right out with your gun. Or if you buy them from the store, you just pay them, pay the tax, and bounce. That's how we got it here. But the people over in California, y'all crazy over there. We see y'all. All the people in the 2A community see all the hypocrites, all the first-time gun buyers who now scared because they know the government can't protect them. But when you thought that government was going to protect you, you wanted to give up your rights and take everybody else's rights around you. Shame on you. And it took a pandemic for you to understand that your rights is your rights. And you should not be so anxious to give up your rights or see other people stripped of their rights, even if you don't agree with it. Let this be a lesson to all of you who want to give up your rights and see other people stripped of their rights. You never know when those rights you are so willing and eager to give up will come in handy. Yes, I'm doing the finger pointing because I'm pointing the finger at you hypocrites, because that's what I'm calling you. I'm not even going to call you anti-gunners no more. You're not anti-gunners. You're hypocrites. You're anti-gunners when you think you don't need one. But now that your ass need one, you are pro-gunner. You are a fucking hypocrite.